At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to A-Town High School. We're bringing you some boys basketball here tonight as the A-Town Tornadoes are taking on the Cyclones from West Prairie. Back-to-back action tonight. We saw A-Town play Weathersfield last night. The varsity team was able to come away with the dub, as well as the JV team. Looking to do much of the same here tonight. That varsity squad on A-Town looked very impressive last night, playing against a good Weathersfield team. We'll get starting lineups out here. For the Cyclones out there, it's number 13, Ryan Clark. Number 25, Jair Flora-Dunham. Number 14, Austin Nelson. I believe that's going to be number 3, Brody Cordell, and number 11, Cam Kramer. Starting for the Cyclones tonight. On the A-Town side, it's going to be number 5, Jacob Hall. Number 44, Aiden Stromson. He had a good game last night. Number 10, that's Dre Anderson. Number 20, Lucas Andrews. And number 3, Justin Keener. Tornadoes start with the ball here, working it around patiently into the hands of Keener. Keener has Clark on him. Clark gets a hand on the ball and picks up the steal. Cordell pushes the pace, runs a man over, hangs on to it, spin around layup, no good. Offensive rebound by Clark, putback is good. Ryan Clark is just one of those players that always seems to find himself in the right place at the right time. He's able to get the putback up and in there. A-Town working the ball around now. Hall has it. Kick out 3 on the way. Won't go. Rebounded down low, and they're going to call an offensive foul. I believe that's going to go on Stromson. Have to excuse me for a second, folks. I'm trying to get the scoreboard working. For some reason, it is not. It's pulled up. Everything looks good, but trying to click on stuff is just not working. Clark has it on the left wing, up top for Cordell. Bank shot on the way, courtesy of Austin Nelson, is up and good. So Cyclones on the board here early. They lead 4-0. 5:32 remaining here. Clark comes up with the steal on that one. Three on the way from Cordell, hard off the backboard. I think we're just going to have to go without a scoreboard here until I can get something figured out. Again, the score is 4-0. He'll pick up a personal foul on the outside. We'll see who that goes on. It'll be on Cam Kramer. A-Town inbounds underneath their own basket. Gets it in quickly. Three-pointer on the way. That's Colby Hightower, who's just checked into the ball game. He comes in, knocks down the quick 3. Gets A-Town on the board here early on. 4-3 Cyclones lead. Drive inside here. Floater on the way from Kramer. No good. Looking to push the pace up now. It's Tegan Hunter. He has his pocket picked. And back to West Prairie. Pull-up jump shot from Nelson won't go. Big rebound down low from Scheckler. And A-Town has put in a lot of their subs here early on. Quick 3 on the other end is good. 6-4. A-Town now with the lead. And a timeout will be called on the West Prairie side. We'll take one as well. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need and see a physician when they need it. We want them to be headed towards the road of recovery when they leave here. I feel like we have nurses that care so much. We're more than a team. It's a family, and we want what's best for the patient.
Back at you here. A-Town leads 6-4 here. As we got the scoreboard working during that break. West Prairie quick up the court, tried to get into the hands of Flora Dunham, just can't quite get a handle on it. It'll go out of bounds and be A-Town basketball. Hightower brings the ball up to the court, into the corner for Hunter. Back to Hightower, now on the left wing. That's Alex Fouch, I should say. He knocked down a couple threes here last night. A couple big threes in the corner in that JV contest. Down low, back out for Fouch. A-Town, again, doing a nice job working the ball around. They did a lot of that last night, just slowing the game down, looking for their shots. Out for Hightower, back into the corner for Hunter. Hunter down low to Scheckler, back out to Hunter, into the hands of Hightower. Swings it around to Fouch. Back down low to Scheckler. Fouch again on that left wing. And again, that's how you have to win some of these games. Just slow it down. Don't give the other team chances to score. A-Town did that at their varsity level extremely well last night. Nelson gambles for the steal over there on Hunter. Hunter is able to throw the bounce pass to Scheckler, back out to Hightower. Skip pass comes over for Hunter. Bounce pass, kick back outside. Three on the way is good. So West Prairie jumped out to an early 4-point lead, but 2 3-pointers courtesy of Tegan Hunter gives the Tornadoes a lead here. Nice pass down low to Nelson, who puts a shot on the way, won't go. Big rebound by Scheckler, throws it off the hands of Fouch, and it'll be a turnover by the Tornadoes. Nelson looking to inbound here on the sideline, gets it in to Ryan Clark. Clark surveys the defense, gets it in the hands of Flora Durham. Nelson just kind of hanging on to the ball up top. Fouch just kind of pokes it away. Here comes Nelson, drives hard to the paint, throws a wild shot off the glass, tries to get the follow through, won't go, gets his own rebound. Kick out for Kramer, three-pointer on the way, that won't go. Another offensive rebound from West Prairie. Drive inside here, another hard shot off the backboard, rebounded by Scheckler. Out to Fouch, he looks to push the break here, slows it down a little bit, he's got Nelson on him. Kicks it into the corner, Hightower three on the way, won't go, and that's going to be off the feet of Alex Fouch, I believe. So kick that out of bounds. Jacob Hall will check back into the game for the Tornadoes. Fouch will take a seat on the bench. And number 30 for the Cyclones, Hunter Jackson, checks in as well. Inbound comes to Cordell, who would just walk it up the court. Gets it over for Clark. Thought about the three for the second, into the hands of Jackson. Jackson over to Kramer on the left wing. He's got Hall on him. Hall, very tall, very athletic defender out there. Nelson pass fakes, goes to the rim. He's cut off. Swung around into the hands of Cam Kramer. Nice right to left crossover. Hop step, tries to get it away. Falls into the hands of Cordell. Back to Kramer. Kramer, I think, was trying to throw the bounce pass there, but a tie-up on the outside from Hunter result in the jump ball. It'll stay here with West Prairie, however. Dre Anderson and Garen Mason check in for the Tornadoes. Kramer inbounds it high outside to Cordell. Back into the hands of Kramer. West Prairie really hasn't been able to get too many good looks at the rim. This A-Town team playing some great defense. Going to have to figure out a way to change that, get these high-efficiency shots up there. Out to Cordell. He'll put up a three. And speaking of high-efficiency shots, that's a high-efficiency shot for Brody Cordell on the outside. Knocks down the three. Gets the Cyclones down to just trailing by 2. Bounce pass over there to Hunter. Out for Dre Anderson. Anderson dribble hand off to Hall. Hall back to Hunter. Got to close out on him. He knocks down another one. 3 for 3, Tegan Hunter. Very impressive here early on with that shooting. Quick pass down low to Nelson. Back out for Cordell. He'll try to answer hard off the back iron. That one will be rebounded by the Tornadoes, and that's Mason just kind of slowing things down there. Somebody's got to close out on him. He could have shot that one too. And he'll shoot another one. 3 on the way. That one's no good, however. Somebody's got to close out on Tegan Hunter. He's got 3 threes here in the first quarter. 17 seconds remaining to play. Stromson checks back into the game for the Tornadoes. Inbound comes to Hall. Bounce pass back over. Deep 3 on the way from Anderson. Hard off the rim. Rebound chased down by Nelson. Has to throw it ahead. 5 seconds to go here. Got to get a shot up. Kramer looks to isolate. Not sure if he's aware of the clock. Gets it over to Cordell. He'll put up the 3 at the buzzer, and it's good. So Berta Cordell is able to keep the Cyclones close in this one with the buzzer-beating 3, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Again, you're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be right back with you for the start of quarter number 2.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Back here, A-Town in the lead by 2. Been a lot of three-point shooting here early on. Both teams chucking them up when they got the chance. Dre Anderson on the right wing. He's got Jackson on him. Back up top, kind of around the volleyball spike line for Hall. Down low to Stromson. Ryan Clark does a nice job keeping it out of the hands of Stromson down low. Great post player down there is Stromson. Quick inbound comes to Mason. Pump fake drive, floater on the way. Won't go. Big rebound down there from Cam Kramer. And he'll take the ball up the court for the Cyclones. Kramer to the right wing. Got to look to pass that one away into the hands of Cordell. He's got Hall on him. Nice crossover there. Drives to the rim. Pump fake, kind of float shot on the way. They're saying it was tipped. Offensive rebound by the Cyclones is good. Way to keep that one in bounds down there. And the Cyclones now tie up the game, courtesy of Ryan Clark. Bounce pass into the corner. Try to get it down low to Stromson. Eventually gets to him. Takes a power dribble and then throws it into the hands of Jackson. Jackson's got to look to dribble, and he does. Gets it in the hands of Kramer. Cyclones with a chance to take the lead here on this possession. Jackson being swarmed out there by Mason. Ball is dead. Got to look to get this one away. He's able to get it over the top to Cordell. Cordell almost traveled there. Was able to get it to Kramer. Kramer hands off to Clark high. Kramer looking to drive here. Jump pass over for Jackson. Mid-range jump shot. A little bit long. Rebounded by Hall down low. Quickly up front for Mason. Mason tried to throw off the legs of Cordell. Kind of nutmegged him, but Jair Flora Dunham will just take it away. Just snatch that one away down low. Gets a possession back for the Cyclones. Kramer passes up top for Clark. Clark into the hands of Jackson. Cyclones swinging around. Nice backdoor cut there from Ryan Clark, and he gets the two-pointer up and good. Nice cut there from Clark. Gives the Cyclones their first lead of the contest after going down. Pass will be tipped out of bounds, remaining with A-Town. Austin Nelson checks back in for the Cyclones. Cam Kramer comes out, as well as number 20, Lucas Andrews, and Cole Scheckler check in for the Tornadoes. Quick three into the corner. Anderson, three is good. Anderson gives the Tornadoes back the lead here. Cyclones have got to do a better job on closing out on those shooters. A lot of threes here early on. And a personal foul will go on Andrews. Inbound underneath their own basket for the Cyclones. Nelson just throws it away to Jackson. He picks it up, almost a carry there. Jackson's got Mason all over him, playing great defense there. He's doubled in the backcourt. Into the hands of Flora Dunham. Gets it up to Cordell. Right wing, Clark has it into the hands of Austin Nelson. Nelson looking to drive, spin, jump shot, won't go. Rebounded by Tornadoes. They look to push the pace here, trying to catch the Cyclones defense before they get set up. Quick three on the way from Anderson. Somebody left him wide open, but it won't go. And out of bounds is the call. Wasn't quite sure if they were going to call it for a second. Everyone was standing around waiting for the whistle. They eventually do. Tornadoes lead 15-14, 3:45 remaining here in the first half of play. Been a pretty good JV contest here so far. Three on the way from Jackson is up and good. Big three from Hunter Jackson gives the Cyclones a 2-point lead here late in the second. Hall passes to Keener, out for Anderson. Anderson kicks out into the hands of Andrews. Three on the way from Dre Anderson. That one won't go. Big rebound down low from Clark. Loses it, gets it into the hands of Scheckler. And Scheckler just kind of bullies Ryan Clark out of there. Gets the point and the foul. So it'll be a 3-point opportunity for Cole Scheckler. As Cam Kramer will check in, Hunter Jackson will sit on the bench for the Cyclones. And the free throw is up and good for Scheckler. That'll give A-Town a 1-point advantage here. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Kramer has it high. He's got Anderson on him. Over for Cordell. Back into the hands of Nelson. Nelson will just put up the three. Won't go. Rebound fought for. Lands into the hands of Anderson. Looking to push it up. He'll go hard to the rim and be fouled hard by Austin Nelson, who's now down on the court. I think not a good sign there. Nelson went down hard. Trainers will come out to attend to him. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back with you here in just a couple moments. A-Town leads 18-17.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
And back at you here. Good sign as Nelson's able to help himself off the court after taking that hard fall. Hopefully he's okay. One of the more exciting players to watch on this West Prairie team. Like I said, hopefully he's okay. First free throw is up for Anderson. It won't go. Lead remains at 1. Second free throw also no good, but an offensive rebound down there by Scheckler, and he's been giving the Cyclones some trouble down low. A lot of big offensive rebounds for him. Saw him a couple possessions ago get the offensive rebound and the end one. Quick three on the way from Cordell, air ball, and they're going to say that that's off A-Town. Those are always so hard to judge coming off the air ball where they're going to exactly land for the rebound. Hunter Jackson checked in for Nelson there during that break. Kramer looking to drive on Anderson. And Clark has his pockets picked. Hall has it on the fast break. He'll try to dump it down to Scheckler, who can't keep grip on it. A-Town working the ball around here. Nice dump off pass down low for Scheckler, who gets hit another 2-pointer up and good. Again, that size down low is starting to pay dividends for the Tornadoes. Kramer looking to drive. Scheckler gets a hand on it. And now he'll push the break here. Inside out crossover to the rim. Another lot of contact there. It'll be another foul on the Cyclones. And Scheckler would take another trip to the line here in the first half. First attempt on its way from Scheckler is good. Scheckler pushes the lead out to 6, 1:44 remaining here in the first half of play. Second free throw, hard off the back iron. Big rebound down low from Cordell. Gets it up to Jackson. He's swarmed by a few A-Town defenders. He turns the ball over into the hands of Anderson. Big scramble on the ground here. Anderson is able to get it up, and nobody picked him up on the outside. 3 on its way from Lucas Andrews. And a timeout will be called on the West Prairie side. Things starting to fall apart here late in the first half. 26-17, the Tornadoes lead. With locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. Back here, 1:25 remaining in the second quarter. A-Town coming up in a press. Haven't seen much of that in the first half, but deciding to press here up late. Not really much pressure, more just sort of that token pressure, making you think a little bit. Not trying to force any turnovers or anything, but pressure nonetheless. Cordell has it, gets it up top for Jackson. Into the hands of Kramer on the left wing. Kramer back for Cordell. We sent him knock down a 3 here in the first half. And he'll put up a deep one now, and it's good. Deep 3 from Brody Cordell gets the Cyclones up to 20. They trail by 6. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A-Town again just working the ball around outside the key. Skip pass comes over for Anderson. Hunter Jackson almost picks up the steal there on the lazy pass. Can't quite keep a handle on it. Down low to Scheckler. He's going to bully his way through Brody Cordell and get the 2-pointer up and good. And again, Scheckler up to 25 points here in the first half. Big game for him so far, as Kramer will lose it out of bounds. And they're going to say it's A-Town ball. Kramer wants them to go the other way, but and it looks like they are going to keep it with the Cyclones. I thought the initial, they're going to talk this one over. The initial call was A-Town ball. And they're going to say it's with the Cyclones now, so extra chance at a couple points here towards the end of the first half, 14 seconds remaining. Kramer, Hall picks him up in the backcourt. Trying to get around him. Hall comes up with the steal. He'll try to go all the way, loses handle on it. Cyclones have it now, going to have to put up a deep shot. Kramer throws it ahead to Clark. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. And that's how we will end the first half of play. Cyclones trail by 8, 28-20 is the score in favor of the Tornadoes. Pretty exciting half of basketball there. And that'll bring us into halftime, and we'll take a quick break. Got an interview here to fill some time, and we'll be right back with you with about a minute 30 to 2 minutes before the halftime break is over. Again, this has been TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome back here. I'm with Dr. Ed Card from MDH. And Dr. Card, you're a face that a lot of people throughout Macomb, I've worked in Macomb in media for a long time, so I've heard your name, seen advertisements with your name and picture in it for, we're not going to talk about how long, but it's been a while, okay? You're quote-unquote retiring, sort of, but you're the chief medical officer still.
True. I am no longer doing surgery. I'm no longer doing clinical medicine. I have two very good partners coming in who are going to be taking over the clinical side of things. And I want to be there for them to help them with the transition into private practice and so just provide some support. They don't need a whole lot of support, but for what they do need, I want to be there. And then I'm transitioning into full-time administrative position as the chief medical officer, which puts me in charge of the quality program, the patient safety program, and the med staff office, as well as utilization management. And those are all areas that we've been working on in the past. And I've been chief medical officer for 2 years, but now I can devote a lot more time, a lot more energy to improving those programs, and by extension then improving the quality and safety of care at our hospital.
I feel like that seeing you, as many years as you put in at MDH, and being willing and able to stick around after you're done doing surgery, you're done doing your clinical hours, you're willing to stay here. To me, that must mean that you feel like MDH is on the right track and doing things the way you want it to be done, right?
I thoroughly believe that. I think we're in a better place now, clinically, administratively, and with the new surgeons. I think we're in a better place than we've been in all the time that I've been here. And while we've tried not to mention it, it's only been 38 years.
So you have a few things up your sleeve that you can, the new guys and girls and whoever might come after you while you're still here, you've got a few tricks you can probably teach them, right?
You pick up a couple of things in that long period of time of doing surgery. And when I started, I did a lot of vascular surgery, but most of that now is done by cardiology and radiology. So that has sort of faded, but we're doing a lot more laparoscopic things. Dr. Peck is actually trained in laparoscopy, took a fellowship. Dr. White is very, very good, and I think the two of them together, both women, but I think that they're going to be incredible. I really think they're going to be very, very good. And the strengths of one balance off the other areas for the other. It's really a very nice synergistic pairing of those two who are both very, very good.
And I would imagine that your license obviously is still going to be valid, so if it gets into a pinch and they call Dr. Card and say, hey, we need something right now, you're probably still here and able to do that?
I've been known to answer that. I'm still around and available if there are questions or problems or things, people need an extra pair of hands in the operating room or run into something they haven't seen before. I'm still going to be around for that, and in fact, helped with an operation this morning. So I think that's going to be a nice transition for me, because I don't have to just stop being in the operating room, and hopefully helpful for Dr. Peck and Dr. White as well.
I would imagine after 38 years, just stopping something would be like stopping cigarettes, right? It'd be really hard to do.
Oh, no.
No? Oh.
It's not being on call is pretty okay. I'm enjoying that. So that is not a difficult transition at all. Came to town when I was 29 years old and have been doing surgery here all that time. And you sort of go through phases. There's the scared phase when you're first starting. Then there's the I can't believe how exciting and fun this is. And I've moved into the third phase, which is this really is work. So I think it's time for me to move to other things and certainly not compete for patients with our two new surgeons.
Well, I can speak for most of the people, I think, in Macomb and McDonough County. We're happy you're still around. Thank you for everything you've done through the years. I think that you've probably become a Macomb homie after spending over half your life here anyway, right?
Pretty close. I still can't trace back people's ancestry 3 generations like everybody else in town can. So I'm not a true Macombite yet. But the other side of that is that the community has been incredibly kind to me through the course of my career, entrusting me with their care and with their health. And I'm very grateful to the community for that as well. It's not been a one-way street at all.
Well, I'm Dwayne Hulett. This has been Dr. Ed Card. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with some more sports right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Every day, we walk through these doors, not knowing what waits. It's not easy, but we do it every day because our mission is you, providing you compassionate care and providing you the best possible patient experience. McDonough District Hospital.
And back here at A-Town High School, the Tornadoes took an 8-point lead into the halftime break. It was a pretty closely fought contest throughout most of the first half. A-Town was able to pull away there towards the end. Cole Scheckler's been big for them down low. He's up to 10 points in the game, and then the threes early on courtesy of Tegan Hunter. Also to thank for that A-Town lead. Cyclones definitely in a position to win this game, however. Located at 210 South Lafayette Street, Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast is served all day and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairyMacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all of the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Getting ready for the second half of action here. Starting out there for the Cyclones will be Hunter Jackson, Brody Cordell, Jair Durham, Ryan Clark, and Cam Kramer. Out there for the Tornadoes, it'll be Jacob Hall, Cole Scheckler down there, Lucas Andrews, Dre Anderson, and the three-pointer on the way, and Justin Keener out there. Tornadoes on the fast break here. Andrews has it. Pump fake had Jackson jumping. Down low for Scheckler. Two-pointer up and good, and that's kind of what we talked about. Just a big body Scheckler down there, able to bully his way inside. Ups the lead to 10. Cyclones need an answer here. Cordell has it up top. Pass over to Jair Durham. Shot rolls in and out. Offensive rebound by Clark. Won't go. Rebound by Scheckler. Pass into the corner. Inside Keener comes, and he'll pick up a foul. First foul of the new half for either team will go on the Cyclones. And Justin Keener will take a trip to the line for the Tornadoes, looking to extend their lead past 10. Two dribble shot on the way, won't go. Keener, attempt number 2, that one will go. So the Tornadoes up to 11 here. Inbound comes to Kramer, back into the hands of Clark. Clark looking to get it to Jackson. Might have had him on the backdoor cut there. Decides to just make the easier pass over to Cordell. Jair Durham will put the three-pointer up and good. Big shot there. Takes the Cyclones back under 10. First points for them of the new half. Skip pass comes over into the hands of Keener. Outside for Anderson. Tries to drive past Cordell. He's cut off. Bounce pass into the corner. Nice pass down low for Hall. It's blocked by Durham, though. And back out to the right wing for Andrews. Andrews down to Scheckler. Nice bounce pass broken up by Jair Durham. And the Cyclones take possession of the ball here. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tries to get it down low to Ryan Clark. Can't quite get there. Kramer will get the screen from Cordell. He's got Hall all over him. Scheckler is able to get a hand off it. Comes off the bottom of the rim and lands it into the hands of Hall. Keener, slow and go move. And they're going to, I believe, call a blocking foul there. That foul will go on Ryan Clark. Clark's second of the game. Inbounds pass comes out for Hall. Quick three in the corner. Nice head fake and drive inside. Is able to kick it out for Andrews. Swings back around for Anderson. He'll put up the long three. Won't go. Scheckler, offensive rebound, up and good. If we were watching the game last night, Scheckler really didn't have that much of an impact, but Stromson did, and now tonight kind of trading places there, as Scheckler's been huge as Cam Kramer knocks down the big three. Gets the lead to 7. As the ref having a quick chat with some of the Cyclones bench. Not quite sure what was happening down there. A lot of shoulder shrugs and hand raises. Anderson, bounce pass out for Andrews. Pass down low is broken up by Clark. He has it now. Cyclones will take the ball off the court. 4 minutes to go here. Hand off to Kramer. Kramer drives inside. Hands off for Durham. He'll look to drive on Scheckler. Spin move, loses the ball. They kind of swarm Andrews down there, but Andrews is able to get it to Anderson. Anderson out for Hall. His three-pointer won't go. Offensive rebound. Second chance opportunities have been killing the Cyclones here tonight. Leads up to 9. Kramer passes over for Durham. Jackson pump fakes, drives out for Cordell. He'll put up the 3. That one's going to get a little assist from the bank and fall. Big 3 there from Cordell. He's got a couple in the game already. Bounce pass down low for Stromson. Tries to get it to Hall. Hits off Hall's face, but he's able to secure it. Down low, trying to get it to Scheckler. Jared Durham is able to break it up. Nice defense down there, and that's kind of how you have to defend Scheckler, because if you let him catch, I mean, he is just a huge body down there. Got to front him and try to keep the ball out of his hands. Cyclones now. Jackson has it in the corner. He's got Andrews right on him, and a quick timeout will be called by Conklin as he saw his players starting to get trapped a little bit there in the corner. Face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. Choose how you do business with Tom Conklin, State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Bushnell's only furniture store, M&B Furniture, is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop in and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mbfurnitureiinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. Appreciate all the listeners here tonight. Should be a pretty good matchup in the varsity contest. A-Town picked up a big win against Weathersfield last night. Brings them to 2 wins on the season. West Prairie, I believe, still at 1. So definitely going to be a fun matchup. Both of these teams itching to get some wins on the board here late in the season. Anderson swings it over for Hall on the left wing. Jared Durham doing a nice job fronting the post players down there, and again gets another big steal there. We've seen him do that a couple times here in the second half. Just one of the adjustments West Prairie made during that halftime break, I would assume. And ball's going to be kind of tapped around there towards the left wing. It'll go out of bounds, but stick here with the Cyclones. 2:12 remaining in the third quarter. Cyclones inbound along the sideline over to Kramer. Kramer gets it to Clark down low. He takes it on 2 guys. They're going to call that was clean. So blocked down low, and the Tornadoes have it. Hall over to Anderson. Back to Hall. Back to Anderson. 3-pointer won't go. They're going to call 3-second in the lane. I believe that's going to go on Stromson down low. Jason Faust checks in for the Cyclones. Hunter Jackson will sit on the bench. 35-29, minute 45 to go. Clark on the right wing. Faust now looking to drive, has his pocket picked by Hall. Hall's got Stromson on wide open on the fast break. Layup won't go. Hall right there for the offensive putback, and good. Kramer will walk the ball up for the Cyclones now. Need to get on a bit of a run here and try to cut the lead before we head into the fourth quarter. And that's going to be a traveling call there, as Durham was trying to get it into the hands of Cordell, I believe, on the handoff. Cordell kind of cut the other way. Scheckler checks back in for the Tornadoes, as well as Andrews. Hall has it now, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Aiden Stromson. So the foul will give the Cyclones back the ball here. Shot down low from Clark is good. 31-37, 45 seconds to go here. Hall swings it around for Fouch. Tries to skip pass, I believe. Clark was able to get a hand on it, and it lands into the hands of Cordell. Cordell will shoot the pull-up three off the front of the rim. Clark fights for the rebound, but Stromson has it into the hands of Fouch. Fouch over for Hall. Thought about the three. Back to Fouch. Fouch swings it over for Andrews. Won't go. Rebounded by Cordell. 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Cyclones slowing it down, trying to limit it to just one shot. Kramer has it up top. Andrews on him. 5 to go here. Screen on its way from Cordell. Kramer will put up the wild three. That won't fall, and that's how we'll end the third quarter. Cyclones trail by 6. Tornadoes 37. Cyclones 31. Shaping up to be an exciting finish to this one. Make sure you stick around for it. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
For all your local news, subscribe to Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, open April through October. For all your fresh produce needs, be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Just some of our fine sponsors, Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. We appreciate all of our sponsors hopping along with us here. So the turnover by A-Town gives it back to West Prairie. Kramer gets it to Cordell in kind of that high post area. Kramer skip pass into the corner. Faust has his pass tipped, and here come the Tornadoes on the fast break. Over for Stromson, who will be fouled. So Stromson will take a trip to the line. Looking to push this lead out a little bit further as Cyclones are kind of knocking on the door here. First free throw, rattles around, won't fall. Hunter Jackson will check back in for the Cyclones. Second attempt from Stromson at the line. Will hit off the backboard and good. Bank is still open, courtesy of Stromson. So he pushes the lead up to 7 here. Clark has it for the Cyclones. He's got Stromson on him. Over for Cordell. Back into the hands of Durham. Bounce pass, kind of handoff there to Kramer. Kramer hands off to Clark. Clark looking to drive in. Bounce pass out for Jair Flora. Durham gets the three-pointer up and good. Big three from Jair. He's hit 2 threes here in this contest. Quick three, answer on the other end, won't go. Offensive rebound into the hands of Hall. Fouch. Thought about another three. Pull-up jump shot for Anderson, won't go. Offensive rebound, another offensive rebound after the block, and the bank is good. Cole Scheckler up to 18 points for the Tornadoes, and he's just been a beast on the boards. He's been able to get that ball inside thanks to a lot of offensive rebounds, and when you're that close to the rim, he isn't missing. Kramer will put up the deep three and hit as the Cyclones hit back-to-back threes. Nice looking shot there from Cam Kramer as the Cyclones trail by 3 now and a turnover. So the Cyclones here with a chance to tie. Again, Cyclones looking to tie on this possession here. Kramer is going to almost lose out of bounds, and he does, and that'll be A-Town ball. Hall looking to attack the Cyclones defense before they're set up. He throws it right to Jackson, almost had it. Gets it down low for Stromson. Pass fake inside, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Ryan Clark. Cyclones another chance here to tie this game up. They shot the ball well in the fourth quarter. Kramer pump fakes, drives, tries to get it in the corner for Jackson. Has to kick it back up top for Cordell, who will look to set up the offense. Cordell up high to Clark. Back to Cordell. Again, Cyclones just kind of run through their offense here, trying to get a good shot. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jackson has it in the corner. Hall tries to come up with the steal. It'll be off him, and out of bounds remains Cyclones ball. Jackson looks to trigger it in on the sideline. Gets it in. Scheckler coming up high to pressure the ball here. Handoff to Kramer. Pass into the corner for Cordell. 3 to tie, won't go. Rebounded by Scheckler down low. Hall, cross-court pass up to Stromson. Bounce pass is going to be picked up by Hunter Jackson. Nice steal there. That's just hustling back on defense. Found himself in the right spot to come away with the steal. Clark passes over to Kramer, back to Jackson. Jackson to Cordell. Kramer thought about the 3, decides to drive. Anderson cuts him off, drives there, tries to get it over to Durham, and bodies are flying everywhere. Foul will go on A-Town to the dismay of the fans in the stands. I believe they whistled that foul on Stromson, who will check out of the game. Fouts checks back in for the Tornadoes. Quick corner 3 opportunity coming up. It was read nicely. Cyclones love to run that play there on the inbounds to get the quick corner 3. And another foul will be whistled on A-Town. Jackson trying to get free from Fouch. He turns it over. Hall has it. Bounce pass up front. And the Tornadoes will slow it down. Hall, 3 on the way. Won't go. Would have been a big hit for Hall there. Jackson with the rebound. Cordell over to Durham. He puts up the 3. Ooh, thought it was good for a second. Cordell's able to chase down the offensive rebound. He drives. Bounce pass for Jackson. Layup won't go. Rebound fought for underneath the basket, lands in the hands of Dre Anderson. Tornadoes looking to extend their lead a little bit here. Skip pass over into the corner. Back for Andrews, now into the hands of Anderson. 2:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Skip pass over for Anderson. He'll drive inside, tries to get to Scheckler and does. Nice defense there, and they're going to call a travel. Whew. Jair Durham has been doing a good job playing post defense down here in the second half. Tries to come away with the steal there, but travel is called. So A-Town will be forced to take it out underneath their own basket. Andrews quickly into the hands of Anderson. Back to Andrews. Clark gambles for the steal on Anderson. Anderson drives. Bounce pass inside to Hall. 2-pointer up and good. Tornadoes up by 5. 1:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Nice pass there from Anderson. Clark looking to drive. Hand off to Cordell, and a timeout will be called by the Cyclones. We'll take one as well. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Back here, what was only a 3-point lead for the Tornadoes turned to 5 thanks to the nice bounce pass there on that last possession from Anderson to Hall, who was able to get the kind of push shot down low to go. So it's the Tornadoes with a 5-point lead here late in the fourth quarter, 1:45 remaining. Cyclones inbound it to Clark. Clark with Andrews on him. Andrew doing a nice job cutting Clark off there. Kramer has it with Anderson on him. Might have got away with a little bit of push off there. Scheckler's forced to switch on him. Kramer will drive by him. Hand off to Jackson. Back to Cordell with Hall on him. Cordell thought Clark was open, and he was for a second, but Scheckler came through and kind of sealed that pass off. Was able to come away with the steal. Big possession here for the Tornadoes. They're going to elect to dribble most of this clock out here, but points here would really hurt the Cyclones late in this one. Fouch almost loses it, and a misplay there. Scheckler was coming to set the screen. Anderson thought he was getting that little post, that high post up. Turnover. Kramer will pump up the 3, and that's going to be a little bit short. Maybe not exactly the shot you want there early in the shot clock. I shouldn't say shot clock, there's not a shot clock, but early into the possession for the Cyclones. But Kramer was wide open on that 3-pointer. Hands off the Hall up high. Cordell has him. 35 to go here. Ball's dead, got to get up on him. Clark picks up Fouch up high. Got to look to start fouling here soon. Don't want to have him dribble out the entire clock. 20 seconds remaining. Got to come up and foul here, or else A-Town's just going to dribble this out. 10 seconds to go. Still no foul. Only a lead by 5. You got to foul here, guys. They'll elect not to, so A-Town will just dribble the clock out, hang on to their 5-point advantage, and that's how we will end this one. 42-37, A-Town comes away with the dub. It was a pretty good JV contest here. Both teams fighting and clawing at certain points in the game. West Prairie went out to an early 4-point lead. Had a little bit of a lead there towards the second quarter, but A-Town was really able to blow it open in the third. So that's how we'll wrap this one up. Varsity contest will be on here in about 15 to 10 minutes. Again, this has been TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. If you don't know how to access the varsity stream, just kind of scroll down a little bit, go to our YouTube channel page. There will be a stream titled, I believe this one is called something along the lines of A-Town Boys Varsity Basketball versus the Cyclones. Go ahead and click on that, and we'll come on, I would say, probably about 3 to 5 minutes before game time. So hope to see you on that one. Again, this has been TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.